Good morning. I pray that you're having a blessed day. There are moments in life when whatever we carry becomes unbearable, becomes heavy, the pain, the disappointment, the sickness. But Paul gives us a different lens to look at it from. Not just because it's not important or that it's minor, but he tells us to look at it because it does not compare to what God is producing within us. So this morning we're going to read from 2 Corinthians 4:17, and I want you to pay close attention to the words Paul uses to describe what we are carrying. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, is working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. And Paul understood something that most of us don't, that suffering is not something that just something for us to survive, but rather it strengthens us. And God uses that because when He places His glory upon us, He needs to know for sure that we are able to carry that. And the best way I could describe it is that the crushing leads to creation. Just as oil is made, when you take an olive and they crush the olive, they don't just crush the olive once and all the oil is extracted. They have to continuously crush that olive until every drop is extracted. And in the same way, God will do that with you and I. That He will extract every drop of oil that He has anointed us with, so that when His glory falls upon us, He knows that we are strong enough to carry that, right? And it's important to remember that the affliction is not working against you, but is rather working for you. It's strengthening you spiritually and mentally and emotionally, so that whatever God's preparing for you, and when His glory comes upon you, that you're strong enough spiritually and emotionally to carry that, right? And every hardship carries hidden purpose. God is training your spirit to handle that weight of His glory. And the one word that I would love to use to describe this point is God is refining you. He's continuously refining you into what He needs you to be, into what you need to be to carry that glory. And the refining process is not easy. But once you come out of that refining process, you look back and see what God has brought you through and what He has done for you, right? And Paul says to us, even in this passage of scripture, that we should stop focusing on what's visible in our life. The pain, the fear, the sickness, the disappointment, the hurt, it's all temporary. It does not compare to what God is going to bring us through and bring forth to us and bless us with, right? And God is going to use what's heavy to make you holy on the inside. Because He's not changing a situation, but rather He's changing you within that situation, right? And even as I preached last week, and I said that God didn't tell you that the path was going to be easy. He didn't promise you that. But what He did promise you is that He will be with you through every walk of that path, right? And this is confirmation that with glory comes heaviness. The Hebrew translation of glory literally translates into weight and heaviness. And that serves as confirmation to us that when God places His glory upon us, it does come a lot of heaviness and weight. And that we have to be strong enough spiritually and emotionally to carry that glory, to carry His glory, so that we carry the presence of Him and that we can do what He has asked us to do, right? And even with that, God is asking us, if you want my glory, you need to be strong enough to carry that, right? And oftentimes you look at it from a flesh point of view and you say that, oh, everything's coming at me from all sides and I can't deal with it. But no one is taking a step back and looking at it and saying, God is putting me through the season to test and refine me, so that He knows that when His glory comes upon me, I'll be able to carry that. And that's why it's important that you understand that in those moments and in those seasons that, yes, it's hard and the weight bears heavy, but you also need to look at it and understand that God is putting you through that. So He knows that when you come out on the other side, He's putting you through the fire, so that when you come out on the other side, you know once again the God you serve, and you know once again what you are capable of and what you carry, right? Because your current season that you're in, no matter how hard it may be, it's divine training. God is stretching you out so that when His glory falls upon you, it won't crush you, but it will rather flow through you. And then you will be able to carry His glory and carry His presence and do what He has destined you to do, right? And the pressure and the pain that you feel today will one day be testament to what God was doing for you and what He was producing for you. And that's why, once again, it's very important to remember that all of this is just training and refining of you. It's not God forgetting you and putting everything on you and telling you that He's not going to be there for you. No, it's not that. He's training your spirit so that when His glory comes upon you, you will be able to carry that. And He's refining you into the person that you need to be and not the person that you want to be, right? And once again, just as Paul looked at it from a different lens, he called it light affliction because he understood that what God is preparing for you is much greater than what you're facing right now, right? And even through all that, he called it light affliction. He said that there's far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory that is coming upon your life, and you need to prepare yourself for that. No matter how hard the season may be, no matter how hard it may look, you need to understand that God is preparing you spiritually for what He's about to put onto your life, right? And always remember, just as I used the parable, that the crushing will lead to creation. So I pray that this message was a blessing to you. I pray that you have a blessed day and a blessed rest of the week. And always remember that the greater the crushing, the greater the anointing.